Filmonik is a non-competitive group created for and by Melbourne filmmakers.
Since 2014, we have staged yearly collaborative filmmaking events called Filmonik Cabaret. Even though we can't be at Loop Bar physically at the moment,
we're still kicking and making films.
We're live from Melbourne under Stage 4 restrictions. Filmonik 72 starts now.
You're on.
Hi everybody!
Hello!
Welcome to Filmonik number 72. First, I would like to start by acknowledging the Wurundjeri people, who are the traditional custodians of this land. We would like to pay our respect to the elders past, present and future of the Kulin Nation and extend the respect to all Indigenous Australians. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's our Filmonik number 72.
Yeah.
But I was counting, it's Filmonik number 5 in isolation.
Wow.
Ooh. It's getting
Wow.
real.
After half a decade.
And
Half a decade's worth of time.
don't say that. Our group, so Filmonik is part of an international community. It's part of Kino. Elsewhere in the world, they would call it Kino, and some other places call it. I don't think we're the only Filmonik. Anyways, just that to
Manchester
say.
and Manchester's not.
No, not
Yeah,
anymore.
okay.
So yeah, it started in Montreal, so it was called Kino Montreal, and it was a bunch of guys at uni who wanted to do more films and did films like every month, and they were afraid that this was in 1999, that we were all afraid that in the year 2000 everything would reboot to 0000
Because of Y2K.
exactly, and so there would be no
What?
more
Okay.
films. So they decided to do a film every month until the year 2000, and I believe they were screening in their living room.
Is that where it started, in someone's living room?
I think
Wow,
so. And
okay.
now we're back in the living room, guys.
Yay! We've come full circle.
Yay! Exactly. So that was my point. All of this. So let's start with, because we're talking about Montreal, let's start out with the trailer that they did. So it's made by Matt Rich. It's Kino Montreal trailer. We did participate. We have a tiny little clip in it. Enjoy.
A long time ago, around the end of the 20th century, the Y2K bug was unleashed. Only Kino, a new filmmaking movement, could defeat the bug with the power of film. The bug had opened a portal for monsters of a digital age. Aware of the threat, our young heroes united once a month to create films, and still do so to this day. Good or bad, technology grew stronger, and with it, the monsters. Our movement spread worldwide, inspiring filmmakers to band together. We may at times be divided, but united, we stand a chance. We fight the monsters of today. We expose them together. Corporations versus the people. Pollution versus the world. Every monster will face the Kino star. For the future and for film.
And you're back.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back.
Yeah, like it said, I forgot to say what's happening.
Oh, there's our clip.
Oh, yeah, there we are. Yeah, the screen is behind us.
great for our necks. Great neck stretch. Oh, is this all the takes?
We're zapping the monster, guys. We're killing it right now. We're killing it. Okay. Yeah, so like we said, we saw in the trailer, Kino is in 70 cities. So when we will be able to travel again, go check out the other Kino cells.
Yes, and there's even... So there was...
there's Kino Sydney also.
Kino Sydney.
We will be able to get there sooner than the other places.
And there are even some people that travel from Kino to Kino, doing cabarets and seeing as many different Kinos as they can.
We call them Kino bums.
Yeah, they're awesome. They're awesome people. So become a Kino bum and travel around the world.
I like it. I want to be one.
Yeah, travel around the world doing Kinos. What a way to live. That sounds amazing.
I would do that. Our next film is from Alex Machine. Yes, can't wait to see that. Oh, sorry. For all directors, we have a Q&A on Jitsi after your film, so come and join us, and I'll see you there.
Lovely cheap vacuum. What? No. Bingo.
Alex, welcome.
Hello.
Oh, it's so good to see you, Alex.
How you going?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, good, mate.
That cat is so evil.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, so creepy. How long did it take you to do this animation?
3 days. 3 days.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that's pretty impressive in 3 days.
And what was the
Yeah.
what's the material you use? Is it like
That one was a mixture of lots of different stuff. The guy was made out of plasticine, but his hands were silicone. The cat was plasticine, and the vacuum cleaner was made out of Fimo. So I baked it in the oven, and there's like a spring in there, and bits of brass tubing, all kinds of different stuff.
Awesome.
And did you make it for the festival, or did you make it during isolation?
So this one was made. So it's a long story, but my friend is making a feature film called Rib Spreader in Adelaide. He was getting a Kickstarter going, and they were really close to the end. And I said, "What can I do to get it over the line, or help get it over the line if I can?" And I said I could make like little rewards, like these little short films as rewards. And so I stupidly put my hand up to do 5 of these things, and yeah, and it kind of spiraled out of control. So spending 3 days making a Kickstarter reward is pretty
I like it.
tough, but I thought it's a good opportunity to practice and just make something. So yeah, that's it.
That's awesome.
I like how you say stupidly, but I'm sure you were happy to do it.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And when are you doing a feature film of these animations? Ooh, I would like to see that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's thinking of the time right now.
Never.
Next week, probably, yeah.
Yeah, next week.
Yeah, get started on the feature
And then
next week.
I like
And
it.
So speaking of
time.
speaking of features, were you influenced a lot by stop motion features when you were young? Like, I think the weirdest one I've ever remember seeing was, I think it's The Adventures of Tom Thumb, which is quite
I saw
strange.
that one when I was a teenager. Yeah.
Yeah,
I love
and then there was the Wallace and Gromit stuff that was really big in the 90s as well. So were you influenced by those?
I think early on definitely, but I think more recently I think I've kind of there's so many people on Instagram and on YouTube doing it that I've really connected with all these different people through Instagram. I've found a kind of much wider community through Instagram, which is really awesome.
That's awesome. And so I guess modern technology like digital photography actually makes stop motion easier, right? Like it would make it easier to go back and forth between frames. You wouldn't have to worry about reloading the camera.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's all there in a program called Dragon Frame, which takes care of everything. I've got an SLR connected up to the computer that takes care of all of that stuff, and it builds it all.
Awesome.
Everyone has jumped into the
That's BJ.
So yeah, I actually usually sorry, I've forgotten how to talk. If I was in my studio, I'd be able to show you the set and everything, but because it's curfew, I can't be there. But I've got a couple of other characters that I've made.
Oh, I like that one.
Where am I pointing? There's Tapey. Is that VHS?
That's
tape.
awesome.
This was this guy I made a couple of weeks ago. I was going to do a music video, but I didn't get the job. So
Yeah,
can you see it?
I like it. Yeah, I really like it. Bring it closer. Can you?
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I
that's
like
cool.
it. I really like the
detail,
hands.
like the microphone.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So nice. You can still play. Well, you'll still play with the character even though you didn't get the job. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll use him for something else. No, I'm not going to say who it is because then.
Yeah.
I can't reuse it. And this was one for the band Goblin that I finished making a film clip for a couple of months ago.
Awesome.
And this is what lives underneath them. This is like the wire.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow! So they have a full skeleton.
That's really nice.
And they got magnets in the feet. So, this is a steel plate.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
All right. Well, thank you, Alex. You also have a donation line, don't you?
Do I?
For do you? For your school? No.
No Patreon.
Oh, the push button. That was ages ago.
Oh yeah, that was ages
I've
ago.
completely forgotten. No, I forgot. Sorry.
Okay.
No
Well,
worries.
thank you. I can't wait to see your next project.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you. Yeah, I might have another one ready for next month. So.
Woohoo!
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you,
Thanks,
mate.
Alex.
Stay safe and stay well.
You too. Bye bye.
Thank
Cheers,
you.
mate. See ya.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our next film is from Nam Wing, and the title is Eli.
Awesome.
Good morning, Tracy.
Hey, thanks for waking me up.
No worries, Tracy. Do you have any plans for today?
I don't know. Do you have any suggestions?
You could always do a random act of weirdness, talk through a sock puppet, paint a picture, invent a new language. The possibilities are endless.
Damn. Wish I'd thought of that. Would have kept me more occupied during quarantine. What about you? Got any plans?
Not really, but I'm here if you need anything.
Oh, okay. Hey, Eli, do you know what I like the most?
No, but I would love to.
These moments of silence between us. They're not awkward. That's when you know you found someone really special. When you can just shut the fuck up for a minute and just comfortably enjoy the silence. At least that's what Mia Wallace said.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Yeah. Of course you don't.
Back to Jitsi.
Wait, does it work? Yes, it works. Is Nam here? Not yet. I had a few questions for him. I really liked it.
Yeah, it was great.
Because I know he's still in school. So I was wondering if he did this as a school project.
Yeah, good question.
And if it was a self-reflection where he wanted to do more projects, but he didn't get to.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, you know, I'm getting quite lazy during this isolation.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I know. It's so... I think a lot of people started off like, yeah, now I've got all this time and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, and I don't know. I mean, cooking. I guess we've both been cooking
a lot.
We've both been cooking more. That's good. You know.
Yeah.
You know, take pleasure in small victories.
If you guys have any questions for Nam, feel free to write them in the chat room.
Yes, indeed.
And I'm sure he can reply to them when he jumps on.
Yeah, we might see Nam later as well.
Yeah.
Like we'll wait a bit longer. We'll just keep chatting and.
Well, I think we can skip to the next film.
Next film? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So next film is from Jamie Van Leeuwen, and the title is Australia's Lockdown.
It always begins as somewhere else.
Washington Italy has recorded the highest number of deaths. Why is it spreading so quickly?
Someone else, somewhere over there, someplace that is not my place, my suburb, my streets, my front door. And then came the call. And then came the warnings, then came the crazies and their toilet paper hoardings, until the morning when what seemed so far away was suddenly right here at the front door.
The Ruby Princess.
And so it was locked down and shut the windows. It was an empty city and the echo of solitary footsteps walking down pavements through the buildings that only yesterday were bustling, but now the bus sings lonely. The train holds solitary and the library is a barren wasteland of unread books. The fields are left unplayed on, the bills unpaid on the fridge, the pubs are missing their patrons, theatres missing their music, playgrounds missing the children, taped up like crime scenes, escalators still move with no one to move on them, trams collect the ghosts of passengers past, cafe tables hold no sandwich. As we all learnt the new language of social distance and flattening the curve, and the burden on small business broke the back of so many, and just when we thought we might be able to build again, there was one more case, and then another, and the numbers were rising, and the police suddenly swarming towers with no warning, bringing trauma to people who had already faced so much in their lives. We could feel the panic soaring, Victorians blocked off now at the borders by the rest of the country, masks mandatory, and that feeling of not again. How long? Yet still the bands played on. Through computer screens maybe, but it was music to our isolated ears, and we could still gather virtually and speak to the ones that we loved, and the bravery of nurses holding up the earth for us as we painted and we baked and we swore it wouldn't break us. We slowed down, read books, watched movies, and the theatre came to our homes. The pub did too. And we wondered through it all, would this be the new normal? Would this be us from now, these vacant city streets, these forever occupied homes? And yet we know, we can attest once again, the human spirit. It is nothing if not resilient.
Back to you. Okay.
Welcome, Jamie. You can hear us?
Can you hear us?
Oh, we cannot hear you.
We can't hear you, mate.
No. There's something maybe to activate your sound.
We can hear keyboards now.
Whose keyboard is it?
Whose keyboard? Hello.
You can mine. I can ask you questions.
Yes,
You can,
we'll do hands.
You can hear us. Do you want to log up? Talk? Can you talk? See?
No, we still
okay,
can't
now.
hear.
And log back in. Try that.
Yeah.
So many people in the chat. Who's N?
I shall do any. See Bernard. Hello, Bernard.
I want to tell people, yeah, we're in this living room.
Hello,
Together.
We do.
We all live together, so we're within the restrictions.
Phase 4 restrictions.
Yeah, so it's all good.
all
No,
good.
not to worry about that.
Yeah, we're not.
The same germs.
Hello.
Yeah, not that way.
Hey, Jamie, can you hear? Okay, you talk. See if I can hear you.
No, we still can't hear you.
All right, what we'll do, I think, is that we'll go to the next film. Bernard is in the chat room. He can try to troubleshoot with you.
Yeah, so stay on.
So stay on the chat room, and Bernard is there, and there's other people. Maybe they can help you also.
Yeah, okay.
I'll talk to you soon.
And also, the film was amazing.
Yeah,
mate.
and we'll get to talk to him.
So good. We'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. The next film is from Dave Logic, Refugee Poetry.
تا از دین کرد او بجناتا یا قزمی دلی من ویران کری اوان چاوین تین حول عشقا من یا زیده کری درویتت هر جار باوریا من یابتا کری نزانم از یکرو خشیمم یان تو زحر بندک فی البازی و خولیاب سری من ورکری
You're back.
Hi everybody, welcome back.
Hello.
So in the chat room, hi Dave. It's so good to have Dave too. So in the chat room we have Dave, we have Nam, and maybe Jamie will join us. Yeah. So what we will do. Somebody left their YouTube on because it's lagging. Is it lagging now? No, all good.
No, it's good now.
All good. Okay. So what we will do is we'll do Dave's interview first, then Jamie's, and then Nam's. So we'll backtrack.
Was that Jamie? Yes, it is. Yeah, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
And let's just do a test with Nam. Nam, can we hear you?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Perfect.
All right, cool. So we'll do Dave's interview first.
Yep.
Hi, Dave. How are you? How's Germany doing?
Yeah.
Well, I'm very excited today because we will have a premiere of a film that we just made tonight in our own open screening in a real cinema, but we have limited capacity for the seats. So,
of course, yeah.
We can only let in like about 25 people in a cinema where you have usually 110 seats. Yeah.
It's still already really
It's a start, you know, it's not nothing.
Take it.
Exactly.
About this film that we just watched, I really like the sound editing, and also when I really like how we hear the sound of the water and then we kind of hear the bombing, and then he's writing in the book. Now, can you tell me more about that metaphor?
So interestingly that you noticed the sound design because it was specifically made for the film. I shot it, of course, in a kino cabaret in 3 or 4 hours with people and equipment that I just found, and they happen to have a guide, and the guide happened to have the dog. So we have now a film with a dog, which is always good for festival exposure, right? People just love dogs. It's like that, you know, can't help it. And I came to Berlin, and there was a guy that wanted to apply for a film university in the sound department. And he had to deliver something that he sound designed. So he basically killed most of my sounds or mixed them and created again the river, the apple eating, and all this kind of things, and also the bombing. And I think today's screening was very nice because I heard it really well. And my if you hear it in the laptop speakers, maybe not, but if you have like a sound, like a stereo at home or something like that, you will hear the deep vibrations of the bombings. And if you have seen closely in the picture, there's smoke rising in the back accidentally. It just happened to be there.
Wow.
You know, so that reminds of the Syrian civil war, you know, where this guy, in this case, is not Syrian, he's Iraqian, but he is...
You cut. Oy, oy, oy. All right, well, I guess we'll come back to Dave.
Hang on, let's give it 10 more seconds. Hello, Dave. You've
2.
You've cut off.
3.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, no. Let's go with Jamie, and then we'll come back to Dave.
All right, Dave.
We just have a few issues. Internet is fine.
Isn't internet right? Don't you love computers?
Jamie, that would look amazing. So how many collaborations did you have? Because you didn't shoot everything, did you?
No, I didn't shoot everything. I shot most of the Melbourne stuff, and then there was a couple of other shooters that I know. One guy, particularly from Albury, went out to the border closures, and someone in Sydney. I did most of the Melbourne stuff, and yeah, it was bits and pieces from other places. And the narrator, Joel McKerrow, fantastic spoken word poet from here in Melbourne. Pretty well-known guy in that space.
Yeah, his voice sounded familiar.
And so, did he write the monologue? Because it's really impacting.
Yeah.
It comes and gets up, and with the images, it's just perfect. And also, did he have the images and then he wrote on top of it? What was your approach?
So I had all the footage first, and then I approached him. I had all the footage, and I thought it would make a nice video just by itself. But I thought with narration, or a spoken word poem over the top would really add to it. So I approached him, and within 2 days he wrote that, no edits, nothing. And then I molded more of the footage around that as opposed to the other way around.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You had so many views on this one, didn't you?
Yeah, it really took off. It really took off online. The whole project, the Australia Lockdown Project, is kind of a visual archive I've launched, encouraging people to send in their photos, videos, stories relating to COVID and what everyone's been going through. And
so
this
is it
one
like,
just took off, yeah.
And is people still submitting to you, and is it still growing?
Massively, yeah, hugely. It's been getting a lot of attention, which has been really nice. About 1,000 people have submitted so far.
Wow.
And with the aim of it all getting compiled and then sent to the National Film and Sound Archive, and they'll preserve the best ones.
Oh, that's really good. Awesome. Because everything is shot on different cameras, how was it for you to, well, you did say you shot most of it, but how was it for you to edit all the different qualities from everywhere?
That was definitely the hardest part, and trying to, match colors and things like that and grade it. That was the most challenging aspect.
We didn't even see any flaw. It was
perfect. It was beautiful.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, thank you guys. It just took a long time. It was quite painstaking, I suppose. Yeah. I started filming right at the start before the original lockdowns in Melbourne. So, 6 months ago, and then released it a couple of weeks ago. So it has been quite a long process, but I wasn't filming in mind to make the end product, I suppose. It kind of organically took that direction.
Yeah, very nice. Any questions in the chat room for Jamie?
In the chat room, we've got a lot of just comments on how awesome it was, and it's just
People love it. So good.
yeah. And I think most of the questions, like how it was shot, you just answered. So yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Jamie.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, if you have questions to Nam, it's now. So I mean, now let's go with the interview, but ask me, and then we'll go back to me.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jamie.
Thank you, Jamie.
Thanks, guys.
Hi, Nam. Well done.
Hi.
Was that a reflection on how you feel during isolation? You want to do more projects? Tell me.
It's actually like a project from my university. Like the purpose of the video is to address the Chinese room paradox. It's basically about how machine will never be comparable intellectually to human because they cannot feel and understand things. So yeah, I just made a video about a girl trying to make friends with her AI.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because that other voice that she hears is an AI in her head kind of thing.
Oh no, it's like Alexa from Amazon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we have an Alexa.
Yeah, that's right.
We have an Alexa. They mess around with it. It's
oh no, she jumps in my conversation. Sorry very
it's
much.
so frustrating sometimes. Where if you say something that sounds a little bit like Alexa,
not even.
Oh, she's off. She's off now, so she won't. Then she'll jump in and be like, "Hello," and it's just like, "Be quiet."
Yeah.
It's frustrating.
What was the challenge for you for this for the film that you just made?
The biggest challenge is shooting it, of course, because of the restrictions. So I cannot physically be there with the actor, so
Oh yeah.
I had to make a bunch of storyboard and I sent over to her so she can shot it herself. And like I was quite happy with the results, but it's not exactly how I envision it in my mind. Yeah. But there's nothing I can do with this one.
Yeah, I mean that's part of filmmaking.
So you script it, and then you told the actor. So because that she doesn't live with you.
No, she doesn't.
So you told the actor what you wanted, and so she used her own camera.
Yeah, it's actually she used her phone. She doesn't have a camera, so she used her phone.
Yeah, there's so many people now are using their phones again. I remember there was early on in Filmonik, there was a lot of people submitting videos they made with their phones, and then as Filmonik grew, people submitted more and more stuff made with bigger, better looking cameras. But the COVID has really brought people back to the accessibility of camera phones.
Yeah,
and
I have to say, like, I think directors will become really good directors, distance directors.
Yeah,
because a lot of people have to do films, and direct their actors through the internet and through the camera of the internet and everything. So yeah, it's good. Any questions for Nam in the chat room?
Unfortunately, people are just talking about my mustache. So
everybody's talking about Ollie's Mo.
Yeah, Ollie has a very snazzy mustache, which it's weird because his mustache looks exactly like my high school geography teacher's mustache. His name was,
I don't want to know
Mr.
that.
Goddard. You do want to know that. It's great.
I don't want to know that.
Nam, thank you so much for submitting your film,
Nam.
and it was fantastic.
Can't wait to see your next project.
Yes, look forward to it.
Thank you.
And stay well. Stay well, stay healthy, and we'll speak to you soon, mate.
Yeah, I think Dave is still here.
Is Dave still here?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's back!
You're back! Do you want to continue your idea?
Yes.
Well, I do have other questions for you. My other question, do you want to put your camera on? I can just look at your
Is it not on?
No.
We need to see your majestic beard.
Yes, it is really nice.
I think I turned it on. Do you hear me?
I hear you.
We hear you. Okay,
that's okay. That's fine. I'll
continue.
talk to the icon.
Yeah.
My camera is on. Yeah.
Yeah. The instrument that was used in your film, is it a traditional instrument of the play? So where did you film it? What's the instrument, and where did you get the music?
Yeah.
So it was filmed in Innsbruck, Austria.
Yeah.
Where they have the Kino group that is called Kino Drama Was. It's like a local language for let's shoot something, let's film something. That's like in the it's like a word play. It has nothing to do with drama. It's just Drama Was. Let's shoot something in English. And it's in the mountains. So it's like a city, Innsbruck. It's surrounded by really, really tall mountains of the Alps in Austria. It's like 2,000 meter kinds of mountains. And in one of the valleys next to the city, we found this place that's completely deserted. And the sleeping bag that you see on the floor is from actual refugees that came through there. And we just found that too. And also the fireplace, it just happened to be there. It's just everything we found on the spot. And for the little beginning, for the river and the snow, I went a little bit higher up with a guide into like an area where you find real snow. It was, I think, March or April at that time, 2016. And you asked me about the music.
Yeah.
Do you see me now? Do you have a picture or?
No. But you can talk. We can hear you.
Okay, so the music is from this classical Kurdish instrument. The guy was Kurdish from Iraq, and he was actually in a genocide. He survived a genocide, and so in the refugee camp they had several people, which we didn't meet because we were in a kino lab, in a kino cabaret, in a culture place that's called the Bäckerei, the bakery. That used to be a bakery, but now it's a culture place. Yeah. And he just sat around there, and I had never worked with someone like that. And he was an actual actor, trained actor, but who was always forbidden to work in Iraq and Turkey because he is a Kurdish Jezidic Kurd. these were, as I said, in a genocide, and he survived. So his brother is in Germany, and he at that time he couldn't meet him because he was in Austria. And when you are registered in Europe in some place for your status, for your citizen or stay status, he was trapped in that camp in Austria. Well, he could go into the city and join the culture events, and so I made a film with him, and it's like the 27th screening of this film. The festivals, I don't know.
Looping.
Okay.
Now I'm looping.
Oh no, you're back.
You're back. You're back. But yeah, we have to.
So the instrument was this kind of classical instrument. I don't know the name of it, and I asked. He brought a friend, a musician, also from the camp, and I said, play it very, very, very slowly, and that was the slowest he could do. Usually, you play it much faster. It's like it looks like not like a guitar.
Yeah.
And I even used this music in another refugee film, in other parts of the music on the recording. I used in the same year in another refugee film, because in Jena in Germany I found like a kickboxing world champion that also was a refugee, and I filmed him too. So twice, yeah.
Wow.
That's great.
Amazing.
Well, thank you so much, Dave.
Yes, thank you so much. Great film.
Thank you. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Stay with us.
Yes, so now I have to prepare my own screening tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Good luck.
For you, it's already night, but here it's like the noon, you know?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's tonight.
Great luck with your screening. We'll be asleep, but we'll check it out online.
Yeah. Big premiere night. We are very excited.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for you. Good luck.
Okay.
Good luck,
have a great time.
Enjoy your screening.
Thanks again, mate.
See ya,
Great
Dave.
film.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Our next film, guys.
What's next?
That was a lot of information.
Yes.
It's from Richard Halford from Guy West documentary.
Well, I have a lifelong passion for competitive chess, in fact, chess of any sort. I started playing at school rather than going to classes, and I was a fairly competitive kid, and so I sort of rose to the top of the tree at my school, and later on started to play for Australia and ended up as an international master, which is a kind of a World Chess Federation ranking. In 1972, Bobby Fischer and Boris Spassky played a very famous and well-publicised match for the World Championship, and that created what was called the Fischer boom in chess, and a lot of people started playing then, and I think I was one of them. Because I played fairly high-level chess, I've been able to contribute a lot to Croydon Chess Club. I'm their senior coach and have been ever since I arrived in this area, so for about 10 years now. So I'd like to think that I've lifted the standard a bit at the club. I've been president of the Croydon Chess Club on and off for the last 10 years, so probably about 5 or 6 of those years I was president. And I think I've won the club championship every year I've played in it except for one, where, I don't know, something went wrong. That's a photo of me when I was 18 playing in my first Australian Chess Championship in Perth. I only finished 5th then, but it's a famous photo in the chess world because of the chessboard reflected in the lenses of my glasses. This is the Chess Train tournament in Eastern Europe, which I won when I was aged 60. So that was considered a big upset. They were a little bit upset that a 60-year-old won it, and especially an Australian 60-year-old, because the Europeans don't really believe that we can play chess. And I feel like there's a better sense of community. While I've been out here, I've joined a lot of different clubs and societies, and that have added a lot to my life. In my case, Croydon Chess Club is one that I joined. I've joined the U3As, both Manningham and Croydon, for different activities. I've joined the Yarra Rangers Ulysses Motorcycle Club, which is for people over 40, and that's brought me a lot of pleasure, riding out through the Yarra Valley and through the Dandenongs and so forth.
Hello. Hi, everybody. We're back. I don't know if Richard is with us. Richard?
Hello?
Hello. Oh, Windows sound. That's a Windows sound, yeah? All right. So Richard is not with us in the chat room yet, but we can come back and maybe he'll be there. Yeah.
Is that you, Richard? Have you just joined? We're seeing a screen.
Yeah. Bernard can troubleshoot with Richard.
Can you stay on the line, Bernard? And if Richard joins, can you troubleshoot with him? Oh, hang on.
Oh. That was maybe. Okay, cool. So we'll go to the next film, guys, and we'll come back to the chat room and maybe we'll have Richard with us.
Yeah.
The next film is from BJ, and the title is Girl C.
This is the very first mention of stuttering in movies. It's from the 1924 movie Girl Shy. And it's a silent movie. This is from the start of the movie. This was before the talkies, and even before colour. In those days there was writing and not speech in films. And I thought that boy was about to be spanked. This is probably the first time ever that stutter writing is used in either film or books. Although this is an old film, nothing has changed when using the telephone. People still hang up on you. So, what do you think about this? Let me know in the comments. And follow me on Twitter.
Back to you.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
So we have Richard in the chat room with us. And we have Bernard. Hi, Bernard. So good to see you.
Hi.
He's part of the Filmonik community. Oh, yeah, that's you, Bernard. BJ with us? No. So we'll do the interview with Richard.
Hang on, is that BJ joining? Let's go with
Yes. All right. So we'll do BJ's interview, and I'll come to you. I'll go to you after Richard. Is that okay? Now let's do Richard's interview first. All right.
Yeah, let's do Richard first then.
Richard, how did you find the chess person character?
Yeah.
Hello, how you going? You hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you well. Yeah.
Oh, okay, thanks very much. This is actually part of a project called the PRISM Project I'm doing for the local council. It's about positive ageism. So, it's a sort of statistical fact that if you're 55 and a male, you're probably not going to be employed again. A lot of people think you're over the hill once you become a certain age. So there's some parties afoot trying to change that sort of view, and that's what these documentaries are about older people's achievements. So I actually know a guy from the Ulysses Club. We're both there, and I've been teaching filmmaking with the local U3A, and I know him from there. So he volunteered to do the bit.
Oh, very good. And so he gave you all the footage, yeah, like all the pictures, and you put it all together.
Yeah, so the story with that was it was actually, you probably see he's dressed differently a couple of times. That's because of COVID. I actually got tiny little windows. I had to do snapshots of it. So the process was I had a phone interview with them to sort of get over. I had a list of questions, the sort of templates, if you like, that the council wants me to ask. And then I got 2 bites of the apple at Guy at his place. The first time for a couple of hours, and the second time a little bit less. So I
Yeah.
had to sort of mingle them together. The problem I had, and a problem I've done 4 documentaries now, and there's more coming down the tube. The problem I've got is a person like Guy, because he's older, he's done so many things, and people's lives are fascinating and interesting. And having to throw most of that away and limit it to 2.5 minutes is a really tough edit.
Yeah. But that's interesting that the council gave you a list of questions, so you're very tight in your what you can do with the documentary.
Well, they're generic questions. They're not specific. So there's quite a lot of latitude for the person to answer it. But Guy is a very thoughtful person, and when I asked him a question, he couldn't say yes or no. He went on quite a long while. So it's a bit of a challenge trying to get bits that were sense that come together. But that was probably just a reflection of my editing abilities.
A lot of footage and a lot of editing.
Yeah.
A lot of time.
Well, there's a real skill. There's a real skill to that, like taking a huge amount of footage and cutting it together into a kind of nice narrative that's cohesive and you can watch in a few minutes. Like that's quite it's quite tough.
Do we have any questions in the chat room for Richard?
No.
No, all good. Well, thank you, Richard.
Thank you so much, mate.
Good to see you again.
See you.
Take care.
Hi, BJ. How are you?
Yeah. Good evening.
Yes.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How did you stumble upon that footage, and how did you find that movie?
Yeah.
About the first movie that screened like stuttering. Yeah.
Oh, yes. It's the very first mention of stuttering in films. So, well, I just came across it in a Twitter post. So I thought, well, I might as well talk about it.
Yeah. So how did you get the footage? Is it on YouTube, or how do you get it?
That's actually all available on YouTube.
Okay.
So the whole film is on YouTube?
Yes.
Ah, cool. Very cool. Twitter page is up.
Ah,
Yeah.
Twitter page. Well,
yeah.
I think you guys can see maybe better than
Yeah.
me. Yeah. Is there anything you'd like to add about your film, BJ? Like anything?
Yeah. Is that part of a larger series?
Well, there might be some more reviews to come. I'll see. I'll do another film. So, another film sometime.
Did you have a lot of hit on Twitter? Did a lot of people respond to your film?
Well, it's only been up for about 5 hours. So.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So when you said
no, not yet.
So you said you were asking people to discuss things in the comments, and to voice their opinion in the comments. So is it on YouTube as well, or is it only available for people on Twitter?
It is available on YouTube.
Okay, great. So what's your YouTube? What's the name of your YouTube channel?
Well, if you go to my Twitter page, it's all there. There's a link to the
beautiful
page.
Well, thank you, BJ.
Thank you so much, mate.
Thank you. Stay with us. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Hi.
See you, buddy.
So good to see him. See ya. All right. Our next film is from Garrett and Murray, and it's a haiku.
Yeah.
Let's have a bit of fun, guys.
Whose fucking hair is in the sink? Is it yours? It's not mine. I always clean up. Well, it's not Murray's. He's got a beard. You don't shave, right? No, I shave.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, that is
I love
fucking
it.
great. Great punchline. Oh, man.
Hi, Dylan.
Yay!
Oh, here I come.
Hello.
Yeah, we had a little surprise for you guys. It's also
It's not working.
Glenn.
Yeah, we shot that at the end of the last cabaret, at the end of the last Filmonik at Exit Brewery. So yeah, thank you to Andrew and to Ollie for editing it. So yeah, now filmmakers.
Yeah, so you filmed it, Murray, and then you gave it to Garrett, and then he had to edit all those characters together.
No, actually, Garrett filmed it because it was in the interim between the two lockdowns that we made this.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, so I had this idea of I've been growing a beard in the first lockdown, and I was just like, I've got to shave it off. And so me and Alex came up with the idea of having multiple characters with different stages of beard. And I pitched it to Garrett. He really liked it as well. So we all shot it, me, Garrett, shot it together with May's help. And yeah, then Garrett edited it together. So it was a collaborative effort on all our parts.
I love it. I think that's like the biggest effort and the longest time it took to do a haiku then.
Yeah.
Because like, how long does it take you to David and grow like the other?
Yeah. So Murray, you're now officially the Christopher Nolan of haiku films.
I'm happy to be considered the Nolan of everything.
Yeah. Excellent.
And so who did the editing?
That was Garrett.
Garrett, how did you go with all those characters and good acting on like receiving the shade?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was really difficult to like work out how we were going to shoot it because it was sort of crossing wires. Like, okay, if we, because there was always a point after Murray shaved that we couldn't go back, so we had to make sure that we had everything before he shaved to the next character. And so that was really fun trying to work all that out.
And you had to remember also when probably when you guys shot it, like what happened before and where he was sitting and everything.
Yeah, so much planning. Like
so
it's
that was the majority of the shoot was like Murray and I just sitting there like writing it down. Like, okay, what do we need for fully bearded Murray? What do we need for mustache or like goatee Murray? And then what do we need for mustache Murray? And so then we shot it off. We only had one camera, which made it tough as well because we had to do like the wide and then shoot close-ups and then go back to the wide and hopefully make it the same. But in the end, it all worked out.
It was perfect. Well, it was such a beautifully put together joke. Like the punchline was just bang on, perfectly timed. And I just have to say, like watching it, like look at how far we've come. Where that sort of technology to have the twins, like that used to be triplets even. I mean that sort of high-end technology used to only be reserved for Van Damme films. But you know, the endless like twin brother martial art films that Van Damme seemed to make for some reason. And now we're just doing it for, you know, like beautiful online Nolan-esque.
That was a test actually, because our next film is Murray ×3 kickboxing.
Please do it. Please do like a Jean-Claude Van Damme accent. You're gonna need the mullet that he had towards the end.
Man, lockdown has got me kept away from my barber. It's growing.
Yeah, man.
And then the completely bald will enter the match.
Yeah, and of course you're gonna need to learn how to do splits. Like
I can already do splits.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, there you go, man. You're already mullet splits. You're 2/3 of the way to being Van Damme already. So, like,
we're getting closer to Van Nolan Dam.
Van Nolan Dam.
I can't wait to see that. All right, guys.
Awesome.
We'll talk to you soon.
Thank
Well
you so
done.
much,
I really
guys.
like it.
Yes.
Thanks very much. It's a pleasure to make it.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to throw my pubes in my own face.
Stunt pubes.
That was so good. It was really good editing.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Awesome work, guys.
Well done. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Our next film is some fun craziness
Yes.
from Lee Noureddin. It's called Channel 5 News.
Good evening and welcome to Channel 5's Nightly News at 6. I am Vernie Burnt. Now today, hundreds gathered in Norway as scientists unearthed a 3rd century tulip bowl which was later reused in the 15th century. When asked about the find, the scientist in charge had this to say.
I actually studied rocks. So to find a laboratory so far north with such rich history, we're baffled.
Warner Brothers are said to already be in negotiations over the movie rights. But now, on a higher note, if you will, we'll cross live to Greta Dutch in Paddington with some uplifting news. Hi, Greta.
Thanks, Bernie. Well, things are really exciting here at Paddington Aquarium, where a nest of baby electric eels has just hatched. I've been up close with these babies and they're full of spark, I can tell you that.
Yes, I can sense the energy at this end here. So, how many baby eels were born in total?
Well, I tried to count them, but they kept swimming around. They're slimy. 5 maybe, 7 fast ones. What was that?
I didn't say anything.
Sorry, I'm getting a lot of static. Bernie? Bernie? Can anyone else hear that humming?
Looks like we're having some technical difficulties down at your end. So we'll cross now live to sports with Cole Milk.
Certainly not playing with fishy things, Vernie. No, been on the field around, man. Sweaty panting man in footy shorts coming together.
Certainly sounds friendly.
Yes, and we've been wrestling balls all afternoon. It's well, quite tiring to be honest there, Vernie. They really pulled it all out of me.
Yes, we can see that. So things have picked up there since last time we spoke. And speaking of picking, let's cross live now to our music and entertainment expert, Mikey No Work. Mikey, do you have any celebrity gossip for us tonight?
I sure can, Vernie. I've been into the backyards of some of the most rich and famous people right here in the heart of Los Angeles, and have I got a scoop for you?
I'm eagerly awaiting.
Rumors are spreading quickly that Madonna is actually alive. The story first showed up on Twitter when Sigourney Weaver tweeted, "I just passed Madonna at Pilates and I swear I saw her breathe. Hashtag resurrection." Back to you, Vernie.
Well, thanks, Mikey. I don't doubt it either. We'll wrap it up now with Selma Gage and our weather report.
Hail. Snow. Rain. Chills. Wet. Brr. Back to you, Vernie.
Thanks, Selma. And that about wraps it up for tonight. Thanks for tuning in. If you're tuning in tomorrow night, we're travelling to Mexico to explore the annual festival that celebrates all things soft, Sofista, and we'll follow up on our alien abductees.
Swear to God, I truly thought it was an emu.
I'm Vernie Burnt. What have you learnt?
We are online.
Hey, Lee.
Hey, Lee, how you going? Yeah, good. And is that Taz in the background?
Yeah, our other star.
That was some craziness. I love the last lines. Like, I just wasted 3 minutes of your time.
Yes, I love the text. I missed it. Like, oh man,
It was
awesome.
a lot of things happening. Is that how you feel during isolation? Your mind just going crazy?
Yes, it's a really good representation of me at the moment. Yes.
Yes. Oh man, I love the character of Vernie Burnt and like the squinty, like the squinty.
Oh yeah, he's so smug, isn't he? I can't stand
Yeah. Oh, so good. And Taz, your performance, mate, as the I studied rock.
Thank you.
And
eyes.
Oh, there you go.
I love
you know, editing him or me, it gets really annoying seeing that face back at you going.
Yeah.
I
Great
love it.
directing.
Yeah.
Like especially in isolation, like you directed all of them. They all shot it in their phone or with the help of their friends. Like I was like, oh, Glenn, great acting. And then Glenn was like, oh, Lee told me to be condescending. I'm like, oh, yeah you do that great.
And you did, and I love the fact that you had a woman's character or a woman's name, but you know you were so condescending as that man. Like,
yeah, exactly.
whole
You know,
life you had crap.
It gave you some different options, and you know, you said you were like, I remember you would like be like a school teacher, and it was like, all right, my mum was a school teacher, I can do this, you know.
Yeah.
It's the role I was born to.
Well, in saying that, like, you know, everyone kind of directed their part themselves. I wrote them the script, and everyone, like, it was up to them really to come up with their own, you know, take of it. I gave them, like Glenn said, like his character. Sorry, what were you saying?
Own spice, like their own little spiciness to it.
Yeah, and that's what makes it fun and exciting, kind of not knowing, like, you know, the unpredictability of it and trying to work with what you get, you know.
And then you get it, and you're like, what am I doing with this? Like, how do I plug this in?
Yeah, and it just takes all these different, like, levels of humor that, like, that you didn't plan for. It's good.
Yeah.
I really liked it because, like, there's so many things for me to follow. I was trying to follow what you guys were saying, and at the same time, I was reading the bottom, and every time the little writing made me laugh, I would lose the plot from the top. And then I was like, what am I
Welcome
missing?
to my mind, losing the plot. Yeah. That's what I wanted.
So how long did you work on the script for?
Like I think about 20 minutes. I went manic and I was like, you know, what can I do? And I'm writing this new script and it just all came to me. I'm like, is this going to be funny? And I'm kind of like, well, you know what? The people I'm working with, yes, it's going to be funny, even if I wrote shit. Like, sorry, crap. It's going to be funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And now the Vernie Burnt, what have you learned? Did you come up with what have you learned and then the name Vernie Burnt? Like, what came first? Because that was just genius.
Well, I filmed, all of my part all at the start before everybody else. And then just as I got to the end of it, just trying to remember these lines that I just written myself, it just kind of came to me. And I thought, yeah, you know what?
That is a great sign-off. Like, if a professional newscaster doesn't steal that send-off, then they're not doing their job right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Channel 5.
Channel 5. I just love it.
Any questions in the chat room?
In the chat room, it's like, great, good last line and a bunch of jokes. Oh my god, full of spark. Chills equals saw win.
Leslie was
effort. She did very well.
And what was his name? The Mr. No Work.
It's Mikey No Work. That was his first appearance in one of my films.
Awesome performance.
Yeah, he did very good, and he wrote the theme song as well. So,
sweet,
nice,
big contribution there. Yeah,
awesome, mate.
Thank you, Lee.
Yes, thanks again, mate.
Guys.
Thanks for meeting.
So good. See you guys.
See you guys.
Have a great night, and thanks again.
Our next film is from Xavier Frogé. For this one, he says, please put your headphones on.
Audio quality is important here.
Yes.
So
we know what headphones are.
Iffy. Set an example for the crowd, Iffy.
All right, let's watch this, guys. Enjoy.
This is what I believe, and I'm willing to die for it.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome.
Is Xavier with us, though?
Yes. Is Xavier online?
Xavier.
Xavier, are you with us?
Oh, Xavier!
Yay!
Hey, how are you? Your sound has to be a bit more up. I can hear you, but you're very faint.
Very quiet.
Yeah. Anyways, I love your studio. You have great gear.
It's funny that in March, when lockdown started, we got like 100% of the interviews on Jitsi right, and tonight we're just having a bit of fun. So like a bit of troubleshooting. I feel tonight is normal. What happened in March wasn't normal. Like we just got Easy back. Trippy.
No, I don't hear you at all this time.
Just good comments, but he's probably seeing it in the chat.
He's trying. All right. If not, like, I'll let you troubleshoot. Bernard is also there to help you, and there's other people who are there to help you.
Yeah, Bernard, can you?
He thumbs up.
Yeah, stay online.
We'll
Bernard's
come back
gonna
to
help.
Xavier.
Oh, hang on.
No, that's Bernard.
Oh, that's Bernard. Okay.
All right, guys, let's go with our next film from Paraskeva Murikis, and it's called The White Room.
White Room.
Oh, wait.
Yep, you're there.
We had to do the interview in advance for this one. So we'll skip right away to the interview, and I'm really badly dressed, and enjoy.
Hi guys, welcome to Filmonik.
Hey there, how you doing?
Welcome back, Sarah.
Thank you. I'm missing you guys so much.
Perry's new, so let's welcome him.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
We just watched your film. I loved it. My first question was it meant to be more like a video clip or like a short film?
It's actually very interesting. Originally, when I first wrote it, it was meant to be like a 10-minute film with dialogue. But then with the time constraint that we had on this project, it sort of turned into this thing where, you know, the dialogue seemed a bit more clunky. So we kind of cut that down and made it a bit more of a music video type thing. When I sort of went back to the script and I just shaved off all that dialogue and just some other actions that weren't really necessary, it just sort of started to feel a bit more cohesive. But even then, I'd assume there are moments in it where, you know, it kind of just doesn't. There's some elements in there that, you know, people don't quite get.
I liked it. And where did you find the music?
So the music was made by a friend of mine. And so actually there were two different versions. The original one was made by a friend of mine whose name's Charles. And he originally scored it, and it sounded a bit more, they had a different sort of vibe to it, the original version. But then my other mate, Ben Spadaro, came in later on, and he already had a track called Chain Link Fence. And his stage name is Astro Rain, and he's a phenomenal artist. He makes really, really hard-hitting stuff. And he just came to me, and that was actually how we met. He was like, dude, I saw the original version of the White Room, and I've got this track that I think would fit it really like perfectly. He took it and he cut it with his track, and he noticed that the first half of it was already it fit perfectly. It just sort of just meshed brilliantly. And so then what he did was he then sort of fixed it up a little bit. He kneaded it up a tiny bit, and then it just went off. It just went crazy.
It's really good. I was listening to it. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, it's just really hard hitting. It's a headbanger, and it's just like it's really evocative, and that's what I really love about it.
And Sarah's image is amazing in it too. It was like so good. Well done. I really like the makeup. It brings out the eyes, and your acting was great.
What makeup? Well, that was all natural. That's I just always get cast in this crazy lady role, and you know why not? I guess it's that's what I am now. I'm the crazy lady.
That's good. You own it. That's what we do as actors. Yeah, we own it.
Casting, hey.
In that room when you were acting, like the movements were really good, and with the lighting, the shadow lighting. So were the shadows added after, or was it with the lights, natural light happening?
But yeah, it was all done. Yeah, it was all done in camera, with the addition of there were a couple scenes with the gore scenes, the one where, you know, they're all like cut up and all like, you know, like the guards are dead on the floor. Those were just two of those were just images. And I had gone into Photoshop and edited the gore onto the images.
That was my question, like the eye. I was gonna ask if that's CGI or not.
Yeah, so that definitely was CGI. And then what I did was, because it was at a point where it was all flashing, I'm like, this is like, it's no brainer. I'll just make that flash too, and then it just sort of blended right in.
How do you like experience, Sarah?
I love working with Parry. Like, I am very open about having favorite directors in Melbourne, and they are Ollie and Parry. And I will always work with them no matter what the film is. I've got like major professional crush on both of them, and I'm very open about it. So yeah, no, they're just, Parry is just this super enthusiastic director, and like I don't think he sleeps. Like I think he's just always working, and I'm kind of similar. Like I'm writing my next script or editing my previous film like at 2 a.m. and then Parry sends me a message, and then I'm like, I reply straight away because I'm still up working as well. So it's just, I don't know, it's just that enthusiasm when a director is enthusiastic, everyone can be enthusiastic about the work. And that's so great about Parry, and that's why I love working with him.
Ollie, do you have any questions?
I don't know if any of the two want to drop a word about their current project.
Yeah, so the current project that I'm currently working on is a film called Arnie and Dana. It's basically about this robotics expert who's working on a robot friend. And essentially throughout the time, she finds that she's really, really fatigued and burnt out. And over the course of that period, she kind of makes a few mistakes along the way that may lead to very dire consequences.
I have to be honest. I am currently working in South Australia, which means that there's a lot more freedom. So I'm going to be on an actual physical film set for the next few days. I'm playing a role in a feature film called Venus Bay here. And apart from that, I'm editing my own film, The Lies We Tell Ourselves. Still, we're getting very close, but the whole pandemic has kind of giving me more time just to perfect some elements that I wanted to work on a little bit more. And I directed a film, Hush Darling, a few weeks ago, again here in South Australia. So that's currently in post-production. And yeah, also writing new material. I really miss you guys in Victoria. And as nice as it is to be able to do productions here in South Australia, I do wish at the same time that I was in Victoria with you. And I do hope that we get rid of this fucking virus and I get back as soon as possible.
Don't worry, you're not missing much. Well, thank you guys. Thank you for joining us.
Not a problem at all. Pleasure meeting you. Thanks for having me on. And I'm very humbled by this. Thank you.
Thank you.
I like to say welcome back, everybody. And if Parry's listening, I know he was available for tonight. You can always join us on Jitsi. People in the chat room might have questions for you. And we have Xavier with us. He's like, no.
No.
So he is physically an image.
Yes, but
With
let's just
us?
say while he's here, if you can hear us, beautiful work, mate.
Yeah.
Great song, great video.
But we can always come back to you and we can always chat to you after.
Yes.
I'll let you continue troubleshooting.
Yes, but thank you so much for submitting, mate.
It's
it was
so good
fantastic.
to see. Oh, it's
Great
so
to
good
see.
to see our friends.
I know. We miss you, mate.
We heard that. We miss you too.
We miss you.
Okay, all right.
Oh, wait. I'll just do something. I'll put his name up. So, just so you get his name written.
No.
No, you don't see it, but it's there.
We both have the
It's
same
there.
reaction.
Yes.
Check out his music. He's an amazing musician.
Yes.
Cool.
He's like, thank you. All right, guys. So, our next film is our collaborative project. It's called Cubicles. Ollie did a big chunk of it. He did all the great editing and everything.
No.
Huh?
No.
Yes, he
He's
did.
Ollie's too modest.
It's so funny because at work, I said to my friends, so I kind of came up with the idea, but I just it's like a baby. I put it out there and then I'm going to ship it to my mom and she's going to care for it. And Ollie here took care of this little baby.
Yeah.
We just gave it to him. So
Like a seahorse. You took care of the child, you birthed it like a seahorse. It was beautiful.
All right.
That was a biology joke for the biology students.
Enjoy, guys.
Enjoy.
And I like to say thank you to everybody who participated. I hope you had as much fun as I had watching it yesterday.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Yeah. We love you guys.
You on the ball? Pitch! Oh. You on the ball? Pitch! Oh, big yawn. Yes, I know. Yeah. You on the ball? Catch! Hey, Stabby. On the ball?
A basset hound and a Rottweiler. That doesn't equal an old English sheepdog. Somehow, the nature of cubicle reality is locked within these cards.
Please stop hitting the wall. I am trying to unravel the nature of reality in here.
You on the ball? Catch! Hey! You on the ball? Catch! Ah. Yes. Oh, there goes the tail! You on the ball? Catch!
Plus an old English sheepdog. Minus...
You ready, boy? Catch! Hey! It's okay. Oh, big yawn. It's a little warm in here.
you just say? No. Where the hell's the air conditioning? Oi! Can you turn on the air conditioning? Oi! Turn on the air conditioning!
Oh no, Teddy. Somebody's put the air conditioning on. Full blast! Don't worry, I'll tuck you into bed and sing you a nice story song. There we are, Teddy. And the people in the boxes all went to university, where they were put in boxes, and they all came out the same. And there's doctors and lawyers and business executives, and they're all made out of ticky-tacky, and they all look just the same. Night-night, Teddy. It's a bit cold in here, don't you think? Excuse me, I said, what do you think?
What do I think? I don't have time for thinking. Shut up! Damn it! Why can't I be flowy and relaxed and calm? Why is this so hard?
Hard? I'll tell you what's hard. The interview with Space Command I have this afternoon, that's what's hard. Now, let me see. How should I play this? Maybe the formal approach? Starship Commander Chuck Ripplejaw reporting from duty, sir. No, instead, maybe a little casual. Hi there, Chuck Ripplejaw, Starship Captain and cool guy. A little too cheesy.
Washing little books, dirty books. You're gonna be so clean now.
Sounds like Big Store was loading up her dishwasher again. I wish I had one. All that high pressure water cleaning the plates perfectly. High pressure water? Don't turn it on! Don't turn it on!
Water. We get water. Where is this precious liquid? Water.
Water's good, yeah. Did you know that the honeycomb is a densely packed group of cells that would store the food and the eggs? And then when the bee is ready to leave the cell, they would grow wings, and then they could be on the outside. It's really fascinating. The more you look into it, it's like the worker bees are the ones on the outside, and they would come in and feed the eggs, and then everybody would live in these cells in a colony, and you wouldn't be able to leave. So I think we're the bees. We're the bees.
The bees? Jeez, oh, this is smoking in there. I've forgotten how much I like Snake as a game. What I wouldn't give for a signal or a bar. Oh, no. I suppose it could be worse. But why would they give you this thing if I couldn't get a signal? That's some pretty messed up shit right there. I mean, don't give me hope. Don't give me hope. I mean, I got a Snake. He could be. Oh! Hey! Your toast is ready.
What? I've only done 2 steps today. 9,997. 9,996. 9,995. 9,000. Fuck it. 3,650.
Hey, neighbour! Neighbour! Yeah, tell me that story again.
Yes, my story, it starts a long time ago, back when I was just a young man.
Yeah, I want to hear it. No, actually, no. Tell me that story about the guy with the plants. Didn't you say there was like a guy who smuggled in plants in the box and made his cube green or something?
But have I told you this before?
Lone Fox, this is Wolf Eagle. I just got some chatter from downstairs. Engaging Delta Protocol. Alright, this is big. Illuminazis are controlling the far left. They're working with the mole men who control the far right. You know what this means. It goes all the way to the top. Left, and then down to the bottom right, which is an incline, like the pyramids. Ah, hi Mary. Is Chuck there? Fortnite. Okay, when he's finished, can you get him to give me a call? It's Larry. Yeah, he'll know what it's about. Okay, but... We're going to blow this wide open.
Say, man, what are they hollering about over there? Oh, I don't know. Probably just talking to themselves, you know, some guy wearing a tinfoil hat. Conspiracy theories got Alex Jones on the radio, you know what I mean? Right. You never can be too careful these days, them crazies. Them crazies everywhere. What's the dealio? What are we playing here, man? Well, we're playing cards, my friend. Don't you like to play cards? What's the name of the game? We're playing solitaire. Nobody knows more about solitaire than I do, believe me. Can you remind me of the rules of solitaire? Well, that's a good question. How do you play solitaire? Hey down there! You know how to play solitaire?
Well, I am a dog, so what do you think, mate? Brilliant, smell that?
What are they doing up there? They've been at it all day. It just doesn't stop, does it? I'll tell you what though, I'm getting pretty hungry. Are you hungry? You want dinner? I'll give you a snack for now. I'll just have to wait for mine. Hey! Have they given you your dinner yet?
What was that? Somebody spoke.
Classical music. 30 weeks of classical music. I am going spare.
Hey! Have they given you your dinner yet?
They know I'm here.
Mate, who is they? Who do you think is watching? Nobody cares. It's just a cube. I'm growing trees and you can do whatever you want in your cube. It has always been like this.
I just know that the nature of our cubicle reality can be found in these ridiculous dog playing cards.
Awesome. Oh boy. All right. Are we back?
Yes, you're back.
Oh, welcome back,
Welcome back,
everybody.
everybody.
So I hope you all enjoyed that.
Yes.
So what happened was that we were in, June, and I could see that like there was less interest in a lot of things. Like I was feeling it myself, and I was like, you know what? I need to like do something. So then like we came up with this idea where like we would.
It was really your idea.
We would do things together, and like at first it was like in the park together, but then
the lockdown came back.
Exactly. And then so we all came up with this other idea, and cubicles happened. And then Ollie kind of like took the idea and like, well, no, we all did.
I
all
scripted it basically.
Yeah, it was like you came up with like
it.
the basic idea, and then Ollie worked on it. I might have suggested some stupid ideas.
No, great. And then you guys all participated, and I love how that all came
I
out.
can't believe how good it turned out.
you.
Like, it turned out better than I could have ever imagined. Thank you everyone for submitting.
I hope you guys all had fun doing it.
Yes, I
and
hope you guys
watching
had
it.
as much fun working on it and watching it as we did. It's so awesome.
Yeah.
Just getting everyone work together. And on that note,
I want to know if Xavier is in the chat room.
you
Not
in the-
chat room, but like the Jitsi. Bernard? I know
let's
you're
see
there.
if we can make him appear in Gypsy.
No, he's gone. He didn't want
He's
to
gone.
interrupt any more interviews.
Oh.
No worries.
We want to tell everybody, let's have a chat together, let's have fun together, let's discuss about this, the challenges, the fun parts and everything in our link that's called Filmonik Party.
Yeah.
So we can just all group there and like just have fun together. And that's probably somebody's food
That's
coming.
my food arriving. Thank you.
Okay, so I'll take your place. You can go.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
No,
I'll
that's
say
okay.
words.
That's
He
okay.
wants to talk, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Let's talk.
So, I wanted to explore with this a bit like, I don't know, I wanted to put people in a position where food, like just basic rights, basic stuff, wasn't as an issue. So what are you left with when you're just in a cube with neighbors that you don't really know, but you can still hear them? So like in reality, you would know them because you would spend all day talking with them, but for this challenge, I was like, okay, you're fed, you have water in some weird means, you've got everything. So what the hell are you like, what are you preoccupied about? What
If you guys really like this and would like to have an edition number 2, let us know and we can do it. But meanwhile, Glenn has a great idea. He has a new project for the next Filmonik.
I have to go back and
Tag team.
Yeah. And so what were we going to say to follow us?
Yeah, so follow us on Facebook. We're not going to reveal the details here. We're going to be mysterious, but we'll give you a little clue. So the clue we're going to give you is reverse team Foley. That might not mean anything to you, but it will once we reveal how it works. So yeah, it's a different group challenge. We've been trying to come up with ideas for group challenges. If anyone else thinks of an amazing idea for a group challenge, please share it with us. Like, to me, the best way for us to get through this is to use our minds to come up with interesting new ideas, because if you can come up with new ideas and if you can solve problems, then
For me, it's like,
yeah.
as long as I feel close to everybody, I really like people, then I'll just feel better.
Exactly.
So if we all work together, I'll be very happy. But on that, so I like to say...
Just a quick shot to...
Thank you, yes.
Just the fact that this is what people were receiving, if you look...
oh, yeah.
Like, as a challenge, filmmakers were hearing one sentence from a wall and got the instruction of where it was coming from, and that was it. So,
Fun.
15 minutes later...
Creativity.
Yeah, so if you have an idea, write it down. If it needs a diagram, draw a diagram. Yeah, let's come up with cool ideas and we'll get through this.
But well done, guys. So I like to say thank you to everybody
Yes,
for
thank you so much.
participating. Thank you for watching. Just join us at Filmonik Party.
Yeah.
Let's have a chat. Let's like just hang out now. And Xavier, if you can figure out your sound, let's just chat.
Yes, we'd love to see that.
Yeah, definitely.
Did we get... do you have Filmonik Party at the moment?
I don't have
Okay.
Filmonik Party at the moment. But so I said thank you to everybody. I like to say also thank you to Loot Bar, who has always been there for us.
Yeah.
And let's hope everything goes well for them. And I'd like to say a big thank you to the Filmonik core team. So Glenn, Ollie, there's Bernard, and there's Andrew. And Lawrence. And I'd like to say that Lawrence and Tracy just had their first baby. And it's the first baby of Filmonik.
Congratulations!
So it's our baby, guys. All right.
I'm sure Lawrence will be like, change some nappies then.
All right, guys. See you at Filmonik Party Jitsi.
Yes.
See ya.
Thank you so much, guys.
So there's Ollie and me right now.
Yeah.
What about the other one? Can we have 2 Jitsi going?
We have 20 million Jitsi going. And now they can hear you. We're still on a stream. So join Filmonik Pod.
Had a lot of fun tonight. It was good. Well,
Yeah.
it's like the black. Look, over.
Oh, Bernard,
Bernard, well